Go ahead, MVC.
Welcome back to VanillaTV. I'm of course MVC, joined by Pledge. Streamer is Comedian. This is the ETF2L Division 1 player for the Premiership spot between Broder and Yoyotech. There have been no lineups changes. This is of course second map. First map went in favour of Broder, so Yoyotech has everything to play for to go to a third, and straight away on this middle, no frags, but there's the bombing soldier. Jukebokks isn't going to be successful with it. Prozak also going to go down, but Fanva and Zebbosai responding. We've also lost now the medic for Yoyotech, and Broder turning it around.
I want to direct your eyes onto the crossbow from Torden, but onto Torden in general, because he was running crit straight from the start. Didn't get the chance to use it because there's 6 players down onto the enemy team. Didn't even have it beforehand there, but the crossbow was a nice one right there in the end. And let's see what Broder's going to do. They still have the crits. Yoyotech, I think, doesn't know this. Obviously, you can see the spark if you look very closely, but I'm not quite sure if Yoyotech had a clear read on this. So let's see what Broder's going to be able to do. Macisum is going to be the key player to watch here.
Yeah, we've got double sniper coming out from Yoyotech as well here, so it's going to be very interesting to see if they can
going underneath,
get away with this crits, because that medic would go down instantly. Middle, of course, is a great route to take, but the Demo Man's already up there, and there's the pick on the Jukebokks. The crits is going to come out. Demo Man not yet found anyone. Torden will go down, so the crits now completely eliminated. Zebbosai down as well, just Fanva and Prozak remaining, and with just 2 players up for Broder, it's a great time to push out, but also it's a bad time because these are 2 scouts that could possibly back up, and it looks like Fanva is either looking for a pick or is going to go back up.
I'm looking for the other scout. Yeah, Fanva was going for the pick actually, but now Broder's in a bit of a weird situation because TheSucker actually already has Uber. They're looking ready, very ready to push actually, and there we go. Uber gets popped. They're going into the middle. Broder does not have scouts. Remember this. There's no backup, nothing going on like that whatsoever. Torden gets taken down. They're going further onto the middle. Looks like a very clear cap here for Yoyotech, and with the scouts just now spawning, and Jukebokks taking down Tviq in the process. Actually taking down TheSucker. Jukebokks going absolutely mental right there, and it looks like Jukebokks might actually save Broder a couple of points there.
Yeah, I think so. We've got a bit of a scout deathmatch going on in Kitchen. It looks like Origo will pick up Prozak, but yeah, I haven't seen Jukebokks snipe too much, mainly because I haven't been playing the game as I used to, but wow, he's obviously very good at it. Either way, Broder now holding on to second point. It looks like they're making a little bit of a push through toward the saw room. Actually, maybe going to push in here. Dive bomb a soldier to force the Uber. This soldier, though, from Yoyotech is wiser to it. And we're going to see a bit of an exchange, but Torden there, the medic for Broder, going down, and that is extremely bad news. They even need to all pile in and look for the frags, or all fall back, and it looks like they're all going to pile in. Now, surely Yoyotech going to continue to push through after finding some health for the medic, and cap onto the second.
Again, though. It's a double scout again for Broder that's alive, and you know, Yoyotech knows that. They're looking for them. 1 scout goes down, 2nd scout goes down to Tviq. Like, Tviq is one of those players, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Quad and Tviq are the 2 most deathmatch reliable scouts in the entire game at the moment. I don't count America because I don't know enough about the American scene, but like Quad and Tviq are so deathmatch dependent, and we can probably see that coming in here right now as Tviq is going as a sniper onto the last while the Uber goes on, takes down Macisum straight off the bat, and just with Tviq as a sniper there, 2nd body shot, and it looks like it's down to the scout and the sniper, and 1 soldier of very, very low health hats. He is going to cap the last time point here, and Tviq with 15 points is going to close off this round. And as I said, I don't know. It really depends about the individual play more on Snakewater than it does on Badlands.
Well, I think sniper is definitely a viable strategy on this map, but as soon as you start missing your shots, you've instantly given the other team an advantage. Often a full player advantage, in fact, but it's thankful that Tviq is hitting them. That's exactly why they're 1-0 up now, and let's see what happens here on the second middle, where the Broder can bring this one back. We can see the soldiers dive bombing again. I have a feeling it's Jukebokks first, and it looks like they will pick up the frag, but they have now lost both of them, and now Fanva as well, the scout. Broder going to have to fall away ASAP. Sticking around could probably prove deadly for them, but it looks like Macisum doing a fantastic job with the stickies here. It looks like it's a scout and medic for Broder, and a demo man and medic for, also the other way around.
TheSucker
I mean,
doesn't
the
have
demo
it
man
yet,
should
though.
work here.
TheSucker doesn't have it yet. That's key here right now. The Scout cannot fight this. Obviously he can, and he will force the Uber, but TheSucker cannot commit to this middle point. He just can't.
That
So
was
right now
actually
the Uber
brilliant.
is wasted. The Uber is wasted from Broder right here. TheSucker's going to pick it up right now. They played it perfectly so far. Yoyotech is quite likely going to go back in here. There we go. Demo man, 2 soldiers in the Uber, and this is kind of how you want it.
Yeah, but watch out for Jukebokks. He's hiding behind them, going to try and push back in. Maybe look for the medic pick, but it's going to be lucky at most. And here he comes in. Let's see if he can find him. It looks like he's taking way too much damage already. The pick won't come out. But yeah, I mean, fantastic play there from TheSucker and the Scout on Yoyotech to really wait for that 93% on the Uber. Let the Scout push in, force the Broder Uber. Medic falls back, wait for his team, and then pushes back in, recaps middle. Caps in second place really easily, and now they're going to be able to push into last with, well, a 2-player advantage, and this is exactly the time you want to push in on Snakewater with that player advantage. 2 at best, the heavy goes down. It's going to be an easy last cap for Broder here.
No.
Maybe, yes, maybe,
No.
Yes, no.
It looks like Broder's easily going to hold on, which, in my surprises, it doesn't really make any sense, NPC. I think that's what we call it in the casting business since today. It doesn't make any sense when a team just defends like that and wins 6 against 1. But we can see that Yoyotech is actually going to try and spam this in. They get a couple of frags, but on the other hand, Broder is getting a couple of frags, which really should not happen. Origo and Linus, two of the roaming players on the Yoyotech side have now gone down. Torden should feel pretty safe in this scenario, and with the Uber advantage, Broder is looking completely fine to take up this middle pretty soon.
Yeah, but I mean, still, you know, actually, why Yoyotech's still running that sniper, and I don't know. It's going to be extremely difficult if he doesn't actually hit his shots here to push in toward second. So, I mean, I would have fallen back to switch. I think I hear a spy, or am I imagining things? I am imagining things.
Yep. You're imagining things, and Broder read the situation correctly. Look at this. Obviously, TheSucker is going to have Uber. Broder took a little bit too long to actually push this in because TheSucker is going to have Uber, and sadly, actually, TheSucker had to use it too early because they were all on the spam choke point, and now Broder has the better position here, and Yoyotech is going to be pushed out. Macisum gets taken down, though. This might trigger Yoyotech to come back in, and there you go. That's exactly what they're going to be doing. Cyber and TheSucker seem to be reasonably alone. One Scout joins them right now, and Cyber is going to be able to completely dominate this middle right now by just locking it down with stickies. Broder's not going to have a chance anymore. But again, the Ubers, they're reasonably equal, and we're just going to see the exact same final second point quite soon, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's see if Broder can hold on again. But I mean, I keep saying Tviq should have switched away, but he's hitting his shots, so fair play to the guy. I mean, why switch if you're going to hit headshots left, right and centre? Maybe even the Scout here to give them a player advantage. No, it won't happen. And let's see if, I mean, they are going to be pushing again in with 5, and actually Tviq will go down, so maybe they'll hold on for him to spawn. In this situation, actually, Uber versus Uber, pushing into last is so difficult. I mean, I like to continue to sacrifice players until you get the advantage. So maybe spawn Tviq back as sniper and look for a headshot. If he dies, wait for him to spawn again. If he dies again, wait, so on and so forth.
He's sniper again.
Yeah.
They're just
No,
going to
actually,
wait
they
for him.
forced the Uber here, Broder.
Wow. Yeah. I really did not expect that. TheSucker used on 1 rocket, which was, in my opinion, way too early. Broder's going to have about 5 seconds Uber advantage. TheSucker's flying, though, so that is actually quite nice. Going to pick up the map pack, and Yoyotech seems to be in a reasonably good position, especially now that Tviq has gone down. They have 3 players left on the second point, 2 players left right now, including a medic. That's not really going to work. And Origo, what are you going to do? Because Origo right now goes into the medic. Is he going to take that Torden? He's not. There we go. Broder's going to pick up this second point and looking to push onto this middle, actually, because it's 5 against 3, with Torden being the only one low and a map back free for him to take.
Yeah, just got to be careful of those stickies. I'm not entirely sure where they are at the moment from Cyber. It doesn't look like they've been popped either, so maybe he's got them hidden somewhere, but either way, here comes this middle point for Broder. We still have a sniper up for both teams, Jukebokks and Tviq, yet to find another headshot. I have a feeling Tviq will be sat right back on the left side ramp if you're defending. Yep, that's exactly where he is. It'll be interesting to see how Jukebokks tries to pick him. Maybe he'll move to the window. I'm just trying to switch on to him now, but
A little bit of analysis coming in, though, while we say that both snipers are actually dueling together from Sol Room into the top right-hand side where Tviq is hiding at the moment, kind of looking to see if they can pick each other. But what we can see is that Broder exchanges Soldier for a Sniper, obviously because Jukebokks is the best sniper on that team. Fanva is also pretty good, but Jukebokks is really the designated sniper. Tviq the designated sniper on the other side, which is a scout, so it kind of plays right now 1 soldier against 2 soldiers, and 2 scouts against 1 scout. See how that pans out here on the second point.
Yeah, I mean, Origo was hiding behind the boxes waiting for the pick and then went on to the scout. Bad move, the scout turns around and meat shots him in the face. That's an instant advantage for Broder, but Zebbosai went down there, will respond with a frag onto Hat. Another soldier down for Yoyotech, and I would push him from left side here pretty aggressively. Have the Demo Man jump around perhaps, but we are seeing the frag onto Fanva there. Tviq with that headshot. And, I mean, aggressive dive in here. They're looking to sandwich Yoyotech, but so far Yoyotech surviving okay, but there's the headshot by Jukebokks. And looks like maybe everything's a little bit messy, but... Everything
is definitely messy. Everyone keeps on dying, respawning, dying and respawning. Looks like Cyber's going to be the key player here. He does get taken down in the end, and now Zebbosai is onto the medic, but Torden who just respawned, and TheSucker actually on 80% full health right now after he took the map pack. It looks like TheSucker's going to be completely fine, and Torden right now we can see going crits. I don't really understand that decision whatsoever, but to be honest, if you have a down man and 1 soldier's heavy classes, like every time Zebbosai dies, Torden has no protection. Crit seems like a logical move.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they're gonna, if they force the super, they're not going to have Uber regardless, Broder, so going crits means they're going to have it quicker, and we'll be able to then pick up the frag onto TheSucker next time. But we're going to see that Uber popped, and here we go, you know, Torden stayed alive now, he's got 60% on that crits, it's coming into play. We'll see if they can push back in and try and recap before the crits charges. It looks like that's what they're trying to do. We've got the soldier behind, probably Linus again, consistently hiding. Yeah, there we go, the frag onto Torden from Linus, and I don't know, he's just ran every corner, that man.
The Linus is supposed, you know, he's the roaming soldier from Yoyotech. It's very crucial for him to just hide, be annoying, and always be around the enemy team. You know, that's the goal of a roaming soldier. You know what? If you kill the medic, it's very easy to kill the rest of the team because you do have a medic. Everyone from Broder suicided to actually get the sucker. They succeeded, but they died in the end. And now Yoyotech's going to be able to cap the second point for free. And while the sucker respawns, it's going to be very... I'm actually very curious. Torden has actually opted to go back to Medigun, which is, in my opinion, the correct decision. So Torden, props to you, dude, and it looks like Broder's actually going to try to repush this before the sucker has respawned and is properly on the second point.
Yeah, look at this. We've got the soldier pushing in lower levels. Zebbosai, there's the shot onto the soldier, but not going to be able to connect with the second one to pick up the frag. They will be able to back out Yoyotech. They have lost Linus, but... you know, not a problem to give up second point because middle, there's the back cap going on. I didn't see that happening, but Prozak's going to be able to shut him down. They were almost there. Another cap for Yoyotech, but thankfully Broder on their tiptoes, and we'll see if they're going to look to push straight in towards middle point here. They do have that player advantage, and they have to be very quick if they want to get through it. There's the double rocket jump by their soldier, trying to forcefully push them back through the saw room. It will be effective as well as they will cap this middle point up. We've got 100% on 100% Uber charge. Now we go into the stalemate situation where we think, oh well, no we don't, because Tviq will go down. So this is again a small advantage. We'll probably see them push through the second point, and again just about the player advantage here in this match between Broder and Yoyotech coming to play consistently. We've got both Ubers popped on this second point, but Broder now losing 4 players.
I keep feeling that Broder should have waited for the scouts there. Like, the scouts capped, and it was all good, but the heavy costs pushed a little bit too soon. Meant the scouts kind of got caught off guard on the right-hand side. You can see a little crossbow coming in from Torden there. I can't help but giggle every time I see the crossbow. I just... whatever. We can see that Broder is going to try to position themselves around this second point. I don't think there's a lot they can do apart from just give it up when Yoyotech pushes, and it looks like Yoyotech is going to try to poke in here a little bit. Downman Soldier Scout now coming in with the medic pressure. Macisum is going to get taken down, but Prozak is hiding in the forward spawn NVC, and he's going to be the key player to watch.
Yeah, we'll see if last time we saw Origo try and do something similar. He went one-on-one with a scout, and actually it looks like he's going to get some pressure on the back cap perhaps. No, he's going to keep on moving through looking for a quick pick. He will connect. No, he will not, but the Uber was popped, and actually this is going to be very bad for Broder here.
No, I think Broder's actually in a fine position so far. Look at the health on the Yoyotech players. They Ubered literally 9 seconds later than Yoyotech. They have all the time in the world to actually do something with less players. But then here we go, Tviq with his match capabilities, 4 meat shots in a row, takes down a soldier, takes down a medic who was healing him, and now the scouts from Broder are going to have to be doing it. But against Tviq, that guy's a monster. Just goes down right now, and with Cyber going down, it looks like Broder narrowly defends. But now the players from Yoyotech are actually spawning, and they're just going to rush this in.
Yeah, Jukebokks only 88 HP. No one there to really capitalize. You can see the scout with the pistol on that upper right entrance if you are defending. Just trying to perhaps kill the soldier, but obviously 2 stacked. And we'll see what Yoyotech are going to do. I think they're still perhaps on the normal Uber. Yep, Broder, I guess the same situation. Yep, standard Uber charge for both teams, so that vulnerability will be coming to Yoyotech first. Let's see if they push straight in with it. They've actually pulled out the heavy here. Tviq, no longer a sniper, he's now a heavy weapons guy, and this guy, when fully charged, has got 450 HP and is extremely difficult to deal with, especially if you just use him as a distraction away from your heavy classes, or even just push him behind the medic. And this is exactly what's going to happen. The soldier and demo will push forward, the heavy's there to pick up the pieces, but unfortunately Broder just kept very together and had managed to effectively hold themselves together here, and maybe even push on towards second here. They have to be careful of any backhats from the soldiers, but the bombing soldier will go down, and now it's just the hat and Sucker alive.
Yeah, that was a great defense from Broder. I can see how Yoyotech could have improved that. They had 40% advantage when they pushed in. Broder had it, so I would say that Yoyotech made a slight mistake there, but the defense, the positioning of Broder was spot on, exactly how you're supposed to defend there on Snakewater when the enemy team pushes with heavy.
Yeah, but look, you can just see how difficult it is on Snakewater to push anything. Already Broder getting trapped. Torden's going to go down. Surely the soldier as well. We got a headshot come out from Tviq. Moved away from heavy back to his default class, some would say. And we just Fanva alive on last. Jukebokks spawning a soldier. Could be good for Yoyotech, but we're seeing if Tviq can find another headshot moving in through that upper right doorway. A scan on top of the point. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to pick anything. Spam is coming out, and of course if you are sniping you get hit by spam, your crosshair goes everywhere, so it's imperative you consistently put out damage toward him.
Oh, I can't believe he missed the medic there. I was just watching Tviq for just a little second. We can see Fanva going down right now, and that's the trigger for Yoyotech. They're like, alright, let's do this. Enemy team does not have Uber yet. Torden is going to be in somewhat of a weird mode, but we can see that the spawn camping right here is going to commence, and with everyone stuck at the spawn doors, it's going to be very tough to actually defend that last point. We can see Prozak, last guy alive. He's not going to make it, and 2-0 for Yoyotech. They're coming back here now, NVC.
Yeah, I mean, when we played them earlier, they're definitely a lot stronger in Snakewater, and they're certainly proving it right here. I have to see if they can continue to follow this through for the next 12 minutes. Remember, they have to win with a cap difference of 5 or have the lead 30 minutes on, and 12 minutes and 17 seconds remaining. Let's see if Broder have a response here on the third middle. We've got the demo stickies going on the upper right for Broder. Sully's on the left-hand side, but he's got the scout split at the moment. Still no one's made the move. This time the Broder soldiers opting to play more passively. Fanva will find Origo, Hat will find Prozak. We've now lost a scout for both teams. Prozak going down there, that's the advantage that Yoyotech need. Zebbosai as well, bit reckless there, I would say.
The health on the Yoyotech players is just not there. Look at this, like, it's Macisum against Torden, against 4 players, of which TheSucker. That was the scenario. What happened was that all 4 players of Yoyotech were so incredibly weak, there was no point to actually do anything right there. And I'm very impressed actually that Broder has to Uber right here. Yoyotech is doing a very nice job of just forcing Torden. Maybe re-pushing this. I don't think they're going to be in the position to do that because TheSucker's still very, very far away. He's just walking into second point right now. So they're just going to decide to defend the second point for now. But really, NPC, what I'm looking for right now, and I think that's going to happen again, is that Broder's going to peek. They're going to be like, let's poke, and if they get one frag, and it's going to be 6 against 5, they're going to push. I'm really going to look forward to that.
It looks like they're pushing anyway. The demo and the soldier dropping straight out of window. Soldier will go straight away to out, but there will be a response onto Tviq. And, I mean, well, again, Broder losing 3 players, and just seems that they sort of pushed one by one, and the advantage went straight in favour of Yoyotech, but somehow Broder managing to pick up the frags regardless, and now just 2 players left up. We do have an Uber charge with TheSucker, but also with Broder here. I think we're going to again see a bit of a slowdown of the game. Maybe see a sniper come out from Broder. Yeah, Jukebokks has switched it up, looking for the headshots onto Yoyotech. And again, remember, they do not have to push in until they find a pick. They can just sit onto second, because as we saw, every time Broder tried to push out, it's very, very difficult. And I think Yoyotech are going to be more aware of that and perhaps sit through until they have a significant advantage. We are going to see both Uber charges popped here. Origo and Jukebokks go down. Wow, 3 big picks there. Was that all of the demo man from Yoyotech? Yes,
no, it's two picks and 1 from Hart, and that he definitely just immediately cleaned up everything as soon as the Uber went down, and Yoyotech's going to quite comfortably actually cap this second point. There's 1 scout going to last, but he's probably not going to do it. He took him down, but not a lot's going to happen, obviously, because a scout actually capping last takes a long time on Snakewater. It's the way the map has been designed. It's not the quickest cap in a roll. It's not Badlands. And we can see that TheSucker, together with, is it Hats? I think it's Hats. They're going to be able to clean up this entire house area, move on to middle, and I think what you said, NPC, was so correct. Broder pushed. They really pushed, and they did that on last. Shouldn't have done that, and they just got ruffle stomped.
Yeah, it's a fantastic play now as well. I was just called push the demo whilst you were explaining that. I wanted to see the demo put up the stickies on the resupply doors to prevent them holding on to second. It's happened. There's the 4th point now for Yoyotech, and I'm sure they're just going to push straight through. They've got 100% advantage. What's important is they straight away push the medic back into the spawn, allowing the scouts to sort of sit back and gradually cap up that point. If they all focus one entire side and completely ignore the point, it's not going to happen for them. And now we're going to see the push in left hand side. Where are the scouts? I don't see them anywhere for Yoyotech. Finally coming out the right hand side very, very late, and this is not the way I do not want it. I want the soldiers on the heavies, and I want the scouts capping. Instead of the other way around, we got the soldiers capping and the scouts on the heavies, and this is going completely wrong.
Yeah, I really didn't like that push from Yoyotech whatsoever. Then again, Broder did pretty much everything right. Let's turn it around for just a little bit. Broder did everything right they could have done right there. Even Torden got an Uber saw off there, which managed to get in the Uber about 5 seconds earlier than he should have. And Broder's going to cap this, but what you said, like, Yoyotech should have just played with Tviq as a sniper there, taking it easy, and while there's a lot of action going on, and Torden has now popped the Uber, it's not really going to change the situation. I mean, let's be honest, TheSucker does not have Uber, they got a couple of picks, and Broder's just going to keep pushing this on.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just a clumsy pop there from Torden. They were sat a bit far forward. Great of Yoyotech to capitalise on that, force it, and there's the headshot from Tviq as well. This could be switching quickly in toward their favour. 11-second spawns now for those 2 Broder players, and maybe we will see Yoyotech push through left side.
Yeah, Macisum seems to be the key player for Yoyotech to just take down. It seems the arrows from the Yoyotech Pirates right now are on Macisum. That's kind of how they're playing. That's how they played on Badlands. That's how they're playing on Snakewater. If they take him down, they're pushing. That's as easy as it is, and it really seems like right now we can see again. Look at the pressure on Macisum. All the rockets, all the stickies, all the pipes are flying at that down man consistently. Now the Uber comes out though, and I think Broder is going to be fine holding this for a little while, but their health is not nearly high enough to hold off against Tviq.
Tviq will pick up the demo man for Broder there, and this is still just back and forth, and it's a really difficult point to hold, because on one hand you need to sit back, keep the higher ground to deal damage toward Yoyotech as they push in, but then if you do sit back, you get the chance of getting headshot from Tviq, which is consistently happening as they do backpedal away. But maybe they were able to hold on to this. There's another frag on toward Tviq. The sniper now down for Yoyotech. Are they going to push straight through here? They've got 57% on that Uber. They have to be careful. That medic cannot go down, and Origo is going to find the pick. Zebbosai will get revenge, but at what cost? Because we've got 90% on the Yoyotech Uber.
It seems like Yoyotech have figured it out. Like, Tviq is one of those guys, as I said earlier, who's so deathmatch dependent, you want to be able to control his actions as a medic, as heavy classes. And when he plays sniper, he's actually around. It's very easy to just keep control of him if he's around, and that leaves Origo to just do his thing. And as you showed there, probably there was a call within the Yoyotech comp somewhere said, Origo, go and pick Torden. That's it. Like, that's all you need to do. And there he went in, took him down immediately, and let's take a look. I don't think Broder is going to be able to defend this at all.
Yeah, 27% on the Uber. They're definitely falling away. They have lost Zebbosai, but they should be able to hold on to last stage. Just have to be very careful that any headshots coming out of Tviq's sniper rifle I'm trying to have a look to see where he is. I think he's in the window. Yeah, he's all the way back at second, so he's not in position just yet. But with 2-0 disadvantage, the problem is they can't afford to lose a cap here because they will not cap 3 in 5 minutes and 24. So they're going to have to push out, and I think Yoyotech aren't even going to bother pushing in here. They're going to be comfortable holding on because if they can reduce this time left to around about 2.5 minutes, it's going to be impossible. And look, here we go from Broder. They know it. They have to push. Yep. And Tviq's just backing away. No frags come on the board yet.
That looks like, there we go, Uber gets forced, and TheSucker should be like, yeah, you know, we got 70% Uber, we're just going to go and defend middle, or not, we're just going to push in and see if we can kill everyone. And you know what, Cyber here now in this little house, I'm not sure if I like this decision from Yoyotech whatsoever. They were so out of position, they really shouldn't have done that, and if TheSucker manages to stay alive here, I'm going to be surprised. He's actually going to get Uber, and Cyber's going to clean everything up because he's awesome, and that's the way it is.
How are they getting away with this? This is actually brilliant from Yoyotech in some disgusting way, because right now Broder should be on top of things, and TheSucker and Cyber just... I mean, actually, I say that. I played against Cyber a minute ago and I was just raging. He hits everything he shouldn't. The guy is phenomenal, so I can see how they're managing to pull it off. But
Origo is doing his thing, Linus is doing his thing, and Hat and Cyber are just carrying like mad. They get so much frags every single push. They're playing so phenomenal as a team, Yoyotech, so far, and it just works. It just works very, very well. And look at that, the spam is going on onto the spawn area, and there's nothing that Broder can do. Cyber didn't miss a single pipe. Did you see that? Did you see what Cyber just did there? A scout at like 17 billion kilometers away, and he hit 2 pipes in a row. Broder gets taken down 3-0, and I think Yoyotech got this map right now. Yeah,
I saw. I definitely want him banned from ETF2L next season. That was a very nice shot. 3-0. We've got around about 3 minutes 37 seconds remaining. I think it's impossible. We mentioned earlier it's so slow to cap things like last, let alone second and middle. That now it's got to be about Broder picking themselves up. They came off a 6-1 victory. They're now potentially going to lose 3-0, maybe 3-1 if they can win this middle. They just need to bring up their motivation to go into the third and final map and come away with the victory. And this is a pretty decent middle, I guess, keeping the medic alive. 3-player advantage, and you know, this is exactly what they had to do.
There we go, Broder taking up the middle. That's what they need to do, but the push wasn't the best middle in the entire universe. Let's be a bit criticizing here. The thing Broder did correct though is 2 things. One, they kept scouts alive so they have quick cap time. Second, they keep the medic alive so they have Uber. So everything is going Broder's way this round, but then again, they only have 2.5 minutes remaining.
Hey, watch this. 2 scouts going to push out right side. This is something I would love if it was me playing. Let's see if they can find any frags. You need to put your crosshair on that heavy weapons guy, the Broder scout. He will manage to finally picking up Origo, will go down, and looks like Broder actually going to cap this one up. Let's see if the scout can save the day here. It looks like it's going to happen. A Hat there will pick up the frag, and
Hat and Tviq, right? I think they both got 3 frags there. I think they did it together. Hat jumped onto the point, got so much splash damage on. Broder made a mistake right there by just alt jumping onto the point. Shouldn't have done that. And the way Yoyotech defended there, it's going to close off the map. Like, if Broder would have capped that, would have been possible. Now it's not.
It's just like a dog in his bone, really, isn't it? It's like, I want the point, 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 I want the point. And, you know, it just didn't happen. But, I mean, I think I'm, from now on in this game, not going to call what's about to happen. Wow, Cyber, you hacker. Air pipe. That was insane. Yoyotech just deserving winners from that one alone. So it looks like we are going to be going to third map, which is going to be Granary. Let's see in the remaining 1 minute and 40 seconds if we'll see another cap come out at least, but I'm just going to watch Cyber for the next remaining. There's another friend of Fanva. Why not just watch Cyber? It's the only person we need to watch.
Yep. I just want to say a couple of things.
Oh my god.
The sucking Cyber Snake just got a hat. There you go. That's all.
It's a bit of a mouthful.
That's it for the entire map. That's it. With a minute remaining, obviously nothing really is going to happen anymore. We can see Macisum throwing in a nice air pipe onto Origo, but that's pretty much it. It's going to be it for the last map. 45 seconds remaining. Well, actually, I'm lying. It's still a minute remaining. Anything can happen.
Well, I mean, we've got a bit of time left. This map is practically over. There's no point sugarcoating it in absolute BS. Greg, if you can get yourself in this channel, I want to hear your thoughts on the map. How you thought Yoyotech played this one, and where you perhaps thought Broder went wrong.
Hi there, guys. Well, in my books there are probably two different defining factors between this and Badlands. The first one, of course, Snakewater is a much slower map to Badlands, gave Yoyotech a lot more time to try and, you know, play a bit more passively on the second point, you know, let Broder push into them and overextend and then pick off the frags. And then the second one is Hat getting 45 frags, Cyber getting 40, Tviq getting 35.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
The top three fraggers, and like Broder, you can't do anything against that. You need to stop throwing
ridiculous.
those. You need to stop throwing those many deaths away. That's all it is to Broder. How can you give away to 3 players? You know, however many that is, 120? Yeah, 120 frags to 3 players. That's ridiculous. So
that's the equivalent of my refresh rate. Wow.
Indeed, and then of course the other players still got frags, so it meant that basically every player on Broder went down 30 times. That's a death a minute pretty much to Broder, that map.
Yeah, so thanks Greg for that second map. Went to Yoyotech. We are all tied up here 1-1 in VanillaTV. I've been MVC, joined by Pledge, streamed by Comedian, and with great input and analysis from, of course, Greg of Infused.tt. Thanks for listening, guys, and stay tuned for third map. It is going to be Granary. So, Greg, if you're still there.
Yes, I am.
We got Granary coming up. We've